Hi everyone, and welcome back to Animal Companions. I'm here with Colleen and Tessa Ferguson, and they have this, it's called Opening Cages. This is what they've developed, and welcome.
Thank you.
And I do want to let you know that in honor of Opening Cages and all the wonderful furry babies that you've rescued, I have changed. I'm now in a cat top. I am a cat lady too, so it's all right. We're all together in this. And you know, you've done some wonderful things, and I do want to start with the fact that you had a calling very early in childhood. Tell us about that.
Yes. So I have always had an obsession with animals my whole entire life, right from little. I grew up on a farm in 𝘄𝘄𝘄𝗴𝗶, right close here. And just any animal that was wild or domesticated, I was with it all the time. And I would help little mice and, you know, find them underneath the bales of hay when they were baling the hay, and any animals at all, whether they were in the barn or our cats and dogs, we had them. Our whole family are animal lovers, and I've just always had an obsession. As I grew up, I would tame stray cats that were in the neighborhood. I took in a mother cat that was pregnant, and it's just always been an obsession of mine.
That's amazing.
I've always loved it.
And I know that back in, I think it's 2016, you started and you were volunteering for the Humane Society in Durham Region. And how did you find that?
Yeah, so we have been volunteers with the Humane Society of Durham Region since 2016, looking after foster kittens. That was our main interest. And we've had almost 100 cats and kittens since we started that. And we just recently had puppies, which was something new that we didn't think we would do. We just had them like 2 weeks
That's
ago.
amazing.
And gave them back, which was really hard.
Oh, I can imagine. You also have a very special story. Share the story about Penny. It's very touching and heartfelt. I'd love to have you share it with our friends at home.
Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. So Penny was one of the animals that we fostered. She was on vacation because she was in the shelter for about 10 months, which is pretty long for a cat to be in a shelter. So we had her on vacation, and when she came home, her joints were all, what's the word?
Stiff.
She was having trouble walking, so we were just so heartbroken about Penny. So we came up with the Penny process to try to get animals out of the cages faster, which started Opening Cages.
Which is fantastic. And that started, you founded that back in 2018.
That's right. That's when the idea came up.
It's fairly new.
Yeah, it's very new. We just really launched the processes a couple months ago, actually, where we're now ready to start helping shelters. And
I also know that you do give back, which is what I like, that you are giving back to the shelters. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we anything we do when we're doing trade shows, promoting our services, they're all free services that we provide for shelters. Whenever we are at a trade show or anything, if we sell any products at all, we donate 20 to 25% back. And we've recently developed a mobile app that was originally designed to help the foster system. It's to recruit foster parents. We have a little section that shows people what fostering is all about, because we feel it's a very misunderstood duty.
Yes.
And so we have Tess and I explaining all the objections people may have to fostering. We cover in our videos. And then if you become a foster parent, we have a supportive section in there that helps you be a good foster parent, be more in control, more managed. And then that information goes right back to the shelters. And then we also have a pet owner version, and this is where we're going to be donating back. So again, it's all free, but the pet owner version, next year, or maybe the end of this year, we will have an optional paid version of the app for pet owners only. And we will donate 25% of our gross profits back to the animal organization of the pet owner's choice.
Oh, that's fantastic. I think that's wonderful. And I think one of the important things is education, that people need to know. It's not hard to care for a cat, but obviously volunteers and foster parents, it's so critical to have them, because we have so many cats in shelters. And I'd like you to tell me, how is Penny doing today?
She got a home.
Yeah, she got adopted, so that's really good. Yeah.
So it really wasn't Penny's fault. It was that she was not cared for properly.
No, so Penny, the shelter was amazing with Penny. They're just amazing what they do. But she was fearful in a shelter environment, and a lot of animals are. So when an animal's fearful in the shelter environment, the public looks at them and just passes over them because they look not friendly. But we got Penny into our home, and she was a totally different cat. And we're like, how do we convey that back to the people that are looking at these animals?
Yes, it's not the pet's fault.
No, they're just scared in the shelter environment.
Yes.
So we wanted to help make the public be able to see the animal in a more natural environment, and that's what the penny process is.
And that, I think that's just absolutely marvelous what you've done. So you now, at this point, have rescued over 85 cats.
Yep, it's getting close to 100 now. A couple puppies too, just recently. So yeah, we don't rescue them. We foster them for the shelter.
Yes.
So we provide them a home to grow up in.
I kind of think of it as a
The same
rescue,
thing,
but I
yeah.
understand
It's
what
sort
you
of
mean
the
with it.
same.
And it's kind of fascinating. You've also been been in the focus on 𝘄𝘄𝘄𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 magazine, so you've been featured there. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, we were on the cover this month, which was quite an honor, and we were very pleased to try to get the message out a little more about what fostering's about, so more people will consider it. I do think a lot of people just don't understand it, and they just think, oh, I couldn't do that, or I couldn't give them back, and that's what we try to help people understand. Is we thought the same thing. How are we going to give them back, and
Right.
what if they're sick or whatever, and we help people overcome those challenges. And
I find a lot of foster parents, when they do foster an animal, quite often they decide to make that their forever home. And that's not a bad thing.
No, I mean, you want to talk about Oreo and Harvey?
Yeah, so we actually did that with 2 of our kittens. We fostered them since they were 5 days old. We were bottle feeding them every 2 hours, waking up in the middle of the night. And we fell in love with them, so we ended up adopting them.
How could you not?
But we learned you can't keep them all. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. I mean, a lot of foster families and parents understand that, it's just so that they can get their forever home. And I'm here for you now, and you will find one. And that's what we always wish for any animal, but certainly in this case for cats. So, we want to say thank you so much. It's been fantastic to have you here. You do wonderful work, and my hat's off to you. My furry cat hat is off to you.
Thank you.
And keep up the wonderful work. We want to say thank you. And I want to let my friends at home know that if you want more information about opening cages, just go and check out their website at openingcages.com. And we will be right back with more animal companions. Please stay with us.